You're listening to the Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Golseth.
It is Wednesday, September 4th.
It's beautiful outside.
It
Just
is.
saying, like fall, it hit Labor Day and fall came. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy.
Monday didn't really feel like fall yet.
Tuesday did. The leaves are on the ground and I can ride my bike through them. That's all that really matters.
It does feel like fall here in St. Louis today. And we know it is because it's also my son's birthday today.
Oh,
so
it is.
We're celebrating that today as well. And that's usually kind of the beginning of the fall season for us in our household as well. So happy birthday, buddy. And we have two great things on deck today. Careers for Christ at Concordia University Chicago. We're going to talk about that. And we're finishing up, I know we're a little behind here, we're finishing up the August issue of the Lutheran Witness. Just running a little behind schedule, trying to catch up on all. There was such good content in this issue. Well, there is every month, but such good content. And wanted to catch up with one of the writers from the August issue of the Lutheran Witness. We'll start on the September issue very soon, I promise.
Yes, we will.
So we're going to catch up with Charla on Easy Joy in the August issue of Lutheran Witness. Thanks to Concordia University Wisconsin for supporting the Coffee Hour. Find out more about Concordia University Wisconsin at CUChicago.edu.
Live uncommon.
Joining us this morning, the Reverend Rich Heinz, Assistant Vice President for Mission and Ministry at Concordia University Chicago. Good morning, Pastor Heinz.
Good morning.
Isn't that nice? It sounds like he's right here in the studio.
That was great.
It's because
awesome.
He's in the beautiful studios at Concordia University Chicago, which I have to add, old stomping grounds here, where I actually worked in those studios where Pastor Heinz is sitting back in the early days.
They were built right after I graduated.
So it's a small world. We're there in the campus. That's campus radio station studios, right?
Yes.
Cool. The Cougar Radio.
What is it, WCGR? Is that what that is?
Yeah, and it can be listened to online. Back in the day, it was an AM station, but now they can, just like KFUA.org, they can listen online.
So still AM station here and online. Yeah.
Right.
See?
Right.
All good stuff. Well, glad to have you with us this morning. Thanks to the folks at Cougar Radio there, letting you join us via their studio as well. Tell us about the upcoming Careers for Christ event. What opportunities are there for young people to consider church work at Concordia Chicago?
You know, I'm not even sure what year it began, but I know when I was in high school, Careers for Christ was already going. So it's over 30 years now. It's a weekend to come and experience Concordia on campus, to hear about church work, vocations, to meet other LCMS teenagers who are considering coming here, and just get a taste for our wonderful location. People hear Concordia Chicago. We are Concordia University Chicago in River Forest, Illinois. We're 10 miles directly west of downtown, and a beautiful, safe residential suburb that's just absolutely gorgeous, and yet the city's convenient. So, you're not in the heart of the loop when you're here, nor are you in some rough neighborhood that you might see on the news, but it's a wonderful spot with the best of both worlds.
It's true. It was always fun going downtown when I was a student. We walk to the train and then take the train downtown and then walk around downtown and make a day of it.
An easy walk to the train and then a half hour near downtown.
Yeah. Oh, what is the need for church workers? Why should students even consider church work as a future vocation?
Jesus tells us, pray for the Lord of the harvest to send workers into the harvest. We always have needed them in every era. But there's fewer people in this whole bracket these days in that age range. And so we want to be sure to reach out to them and let them know it is extremely important to come and serve the Lord. Well, in any vocation, of course, that's a wonderful emphasis in our Lutheran teaching that all vocations, at least that are legal, are God-pleasing. And serving our neighbor out of love for each other. And so, and we are so blessed here. Dr. Dawn, our new president, likes to emphasize that we should strive to be like Wittenberg, the first Lutheran university, where we are always emphasizing the preparing of church workers, and at the same time, always emphasizing the gifts of a liberal arts education for anyone.
Absolutely. And we keep talking about church workers, but what vocations does that actually include? A lot of times you might just think of pastors and teachers, but that includes so much more than just that.
Absolutely. Concordia River Forest, Concordia Chicago, was founded to prepare Lutheran teachers. And then over the years, other programs were added. So we now have pre-seminary. So a student would get his bachelor's here and then move on to one of our LCMS seminaries and get his Master of Divinity. There's the deaconess program, which the undergraduate deaconess program is the original authorized one in Synod, and our two seminaries have fine deaconess programs, and I'm not belittling them at all, but this is a wonderful way, if a girl has not gotten any college education so far, just come and get your bachelor's with us and be certified for the deaconess program. Director of Christian Education. This year we're heading into 60 years that the Synod has had official DCEs. So congratulations to all of our DCE alumni out there. And we've got a fine program here with Dr. Debbie Arfston and Dr. Kevin Borchers co-chairing that. And so great things going on with them. And then, of course, Concordia Chicago has always been known for the fine music programs. Mm-hmm. And so we have the director of parish music possibility also.
Outstanding. And that's where I studied in the DCE program as well. And just as I was doing the math, I forgot that I'm almost a third of the... I've been a DCE almost a third of the time that that DCEs have been a part. Oh, goodness. Let's stop talking about how old I am. So let's talk about the Careers for Christ weekend, where we can learn, where young people can learn more about these programs, the church work programs that you just shared with us. That's coming up very soon. That's coming up in October, early October.
Tell us more about the first weekend of October 4th through 6th. It's a Friday to Sunday. They come Friday evening. There's time where there's, of course, icebreakers to get to know each other, a number of different times for devotion and Bible study. We get to go downtown together for a scavenger hunt and sample some Chicago pizza and come back for the fire pit on campus is new. So we've got a fire pit at the edge of the triangle, and so we'll enjoy that in the evening also. And then Sunday worship, Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock. There's a divine service on campus whenever school is in session. A local congregation hosts that for us. And so we'll get to enjoy that and then brunch at the end, and then they can go. But for girls, consider coming a day early. Come Thursday evening and spend Friday with us. And you can sit in on some theology classes, have a servant event, participate in discussions about the unique challenges and issues that face women in church service. Our deaconess group sponsors Women of Mercy, but you don't have to be considering the deaconess program to come. Women who are considering the DCE or church music or Lutheran teacher ed are certainly welcome to come to that too.
Absolutely. And who would attend this? Is this just for high schoolers or young people considering church work? Who is this for?
Right. Initially, when the program first developed, I think the target audience was high school juniors and seniors. But over the years, we've realized that really the sooner that someone can come and visit Concordia and have that idea planted, the better. I was an 8th grader on a Lutheran school field trip to Chicago when I made my first campus visit here. And that was it. I never considered another college at all. So high school freshmen through seniors are kind of the target audience for this. If we have high schoolers who are considering us, and again, church work is the emphasis of this weekend. However, you don't have to be considering church work to come. It's just the perfect opportunity for an LCMS high schooler to come and meet other Lutheran kids who are considering Concordia and hear about these programs, but we'll be glad to talk to you about other majors also.
So this is Friday, October 4th through Sunday, October 6th, unless you're a young woman, in which case you can come a day early.
The evening of the 3rd.
Yeah,
yes.
the evening of the 3rd, and have a special day. I would have enjoyed that if I were, a lot younger and considering church work. That would be really great. But what if those dates don't work for some people, if that's already a busy weekend?
Right. We get that so many students are so involved. It's football season, and there's also marching band season, and all sorts of things going on. If that weekend doesn't work for you, fine. Let us know. We'd love to have you come and visit another weekend. A campus visit is just an amazing time to come and get a feel for Concordia. It's culture, its environment, its people, and to come just have that seed planted by God that this might be the right place for you. So anytime.
Anytime. And we can find out more about the Careers for Christ event at CUChicago.edu/C4C. And we'll include that in the notes.
We will.
Yeah, C for C.
Excellent.
Very good. Thank you so much, Pastor Heinz, for being our guest on the Coffee Hour. Always a delight to talk with you. And thanks to our friends at Cougar Radio there at Concordia Chicago as well for letting us have some studio time.
And thank you for having us on.
Absolutely. Coming up in just a little bit, joy. Easy joy. It's one of the articles in the Lutheran Witness. Stick around. You're listening to the Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Golseth.